These Spartans had descended from Hercules himself, taught never to retreat, never to surrender, taught that death on the battlefield is the greatest glory he could achieve in his life. Spartans.
The enduring legacy of 300 continues to grow long after its original impact, and the conversation around it has evolved into something much larger than just admiration for its stylized battles and legendary characters. The film stands as a cultural landmark, and the renewed attention surrounding it comes from the way audiences today revisit its themes, visual identity, and the bold storytelling choices that made it an iconic piece of modern action cinema. Many of the recent discussions focus on how its unique blend of myth, emotion, and hyper-stylized intensity helped define an entire era of filmmaking. Over the years, the film's influence has resurfaced through new analyses, remastered clips, behind-the-scenes rediscoveries, and fan-driven celebrations that keep it alive in global pop culture. This ongoing wave of interest creates a kind of revival, reminding people why the experience of 300 continues to feel powerful, even after so much time. One of the major ongoing points of discussion is the film's stylistic revolution, which remains a topic of fascination for new creators, editors, and visual artists. The movie's use of heightened contrast, surreal lighting, and intentionally exaggerated physics was once a daring experiment, and now it's considered a timeless visual choice that still influences current media. The return of interest in the movie's visual identity also opens conversations around how the artistic expression in 300 didn't attempt to mimic realism, but instead embraced a graphic novel aesthetic that felt larger than life. As newer audiences discover or revisit the film, they often highlight how the exaggerated combat, iconic slow-motion sequences, and painterly textures create an atmosphere that is both brutal and beautiful. This fresh wave of appreciation has led to renewed discussions in filmmaking communities, fan groups, and online circles where people reinterpret scenes, reframe symbolism, and explore the creative risks that the film took during its original production. Recent conversations also highlight how the themes of courage, sacrifice, and leadership resonate differently in today's climate. The emotional weight of the story continues to inspire viewers who see more than just action. It becomes a story about defiance and unity in the face of impossible odds. People engage with it through analytic videos, artistic reimaginings, dramatic edits, and new storytelling breakdowns that explore moments people may have overlooked in earlier viewings. The renewed popularity of deeper character analysis is one of the biggest modern trends around 300. Many fans enjoy exploring the motivations behind decisions, the emotional expressions hidden beneath the battles, and the symbolic moments that emphasize honor, loyalty, and conviction. The story's focus on unwavering determination still resonates strongly, and that emotional core is often discussed as one of the reasons the film refuses to fade from memory. There is also a growing conversation about how the movie helped redefine what moviegoers expect from large-scale battle sequences. Long before modern techniques perfected the digital battlefield, 300 was experimenting with techniques that gave each moment a painterly quality. The renewed attention on these sequences stems from how many modern films attempt to replicate similar intensity but rarely reach the same level of stylistic consistency. Fans and creators frequently break down the framing, movement, and rhythm of the battles, noting how each moment feels like a living illustration. This deeper appreciation for the craft behind the action has sparked a wave of creators trying to recreate the style in short films, fan projects, and even animation. This trend shows how 300 continues to influence new generations of artists who see the film not just as entertainment, but as a blueprint for cinematic boldness. As more people rewatch the film in high resolution, small details become points of discussion, details that weren't widely noticed before, but now get shared in fan communities. The way certain scenes subtly shift tones, the intentional framing of close-ups to emphasize emotion beneath fury, and the poetic rhythm within the dialogue are all parts of the current wave of rediscovery. Some fans focus on the atmosphere created by its weathered landscapes, storm-colored skies, and symbolic shadows that give its world a dreamlike quality. Others highlight the emotional performances that ground the story, balancing the stylized depiction of war with human vulnerability. Modern commentary often celebrates how the film manages to blend intensity with intimacy, capturing the harshness of conflict without losing the internal struggles and moral weight carried by the characters. In recent years, people have also started focusing more on the artistic choices behind the costumes, weapon designs, and physical choreography, which all play major roles in building the film's identity. These elements have sparked renewed admiration from costume designers, prop makers, and action choreographers who analyze how simplicity and symbolism create timeless visuals. Discussions about the armor, shields, and iconic cloaks often highlight how these elements became recognizable symbols far beyond the film itself. The blend of minimalism and boldness in the designs continues to be referenced in various creative projects, from cosplay to graphic art to cinematic homages. This ongoing attention ensures that the aesthetic of 300 continues influencing visual storytelling today. Another active angle of discussion revolves around how the film portrays mythology, legend, and historical drama as a blend rather than a strict representation. Audiences now approach the film with a better understanding of how it intentionally dramatizes events, turning history into symbolic storytelling. This shift in perspective allows newer viewers to appreciate the film for its mythic structure, rather than treating it as literal history. People enjoy analyzing how the narrative uses exaggeration, metaphor, and emotional symbolism to elevate the story beyond realism. The renewed focus on this creative approach makes the film feel more timeless, because it doesn't rely on strict accuracy. Its strength lies in crafting a legend shaped through artistic expression, which continues to captivate modern audiences. As modern viewing habits shift toward digital platforms and rewatch culture, many fans discuss how 300 remains one of those films that people revisit repeatedly because it delivers a specific kind of visual and emotional impact. It's often described as a film that never loses its intensity, no matter how many times it's seen. This pattern of repeated viewings has led to a resurgence of fan-made tributes, creative edits, thematic essays, and reinterpretations that give new life to the film's legacy. Younger audiences discovering it for the first time contribute to the conversation by comparing its dramatic tone and visual choices to the more streamlined aesthetics of current action films. Many comment on how refreshing it feels to see a movie embrace stylization instead of realism, pushing its visual identity to a bold extreme rather than trying to imitate everyday life. Talk surrounding the film also continues because of its memorable lines, emotional confrontations, and unforgettable battle cries that have become iconic moments in pop culture. The dialogue, delivered with fierce conviction, remains one of the most quoted elements of the film. New generations share scenes across social platforms, reviving moments that once shook theaters with intensity. It's not just the drama of the scenes that keep them alive, it's the spirit behind them. The way characters express loyalty, bravery, and defiance gives the film a timeless energy that appeals to people who value stories driven by courage and passion. This emotional spark continues to fuel discussions, keeping 300 a constant presence in modern entertainment culture. People also like to revisit how the film created a unique atmosphere through its blend of minimal music and immersive sound design. Many fans discuss how the audio elements heighten the emotional experience, making each battle feel like a powerful surge rather than just a sequence of action. The increasing number of fan discussions about the film's soundtrack helps keep it relevant as creators use its themes in tributes, dramatic edits, and cinematic montages. This ongoing use of the film's sound identity contributes to its renewed visibility and ensures that new viewers are introduced to its emotional resonance. The film's lasting presence in modern pop culture has led to a constant cycle of rediscovery. People keep revisiting it for different reasons, some for its visual intensity, some for the emotional core, some for the stylized retelling of legendary resistance. This constant returning builds a growing community of fans who revisit, reinterpret, and reimagine the story. As time passes, the film continues to age in a way that strengthens its presence instead of fading it. This enduring relevance makes the renewed conversation around 300 feel natural, as if the film evolves with each generation that rediscovers it. The ongoing celebration of the film's legacy proves that 300 is more than a historic retelling or an action spectacle. It has become a timeless piece of cinematic expression that resonates emotionally, visually, and thematically. The constant flow of discussions, fan content, creative reinterpretations, and artistic breakdowns ensures that the story remains alive, not as a moment in film history, but as an ongoing conversation. Its impact continues to grow, reminding people why its bold style, epic tone, emotional depth, and thematic strength keep it alive in the imaginations of audiences worldwide. Every new wave of interest in the film shows that its legacy is far from fading, if anything. It has become a permanent fixture in the landscape of modern cinematic culture, a story that will continue to be rediscovered, reinterpreted, and admired for years to come.